What's poppin' T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, and I'm here with tonight's All Tea, All Shade Real Housewives of Potomac Season 5, Episode 2 review. Okay, so on tonight's episode, we start off with Karen making a bunch of sex noises and shit. I'm like, what is going on here? I know her and Ray are not in here fucking with the cameras on and they mic packs. And I was like, she gotta be exercising, and lo and behold, she was exercising. But nonetheless, I didn't want to hear Karen old ass moans and groans. It turned me off, and I damn near threw up in my mouth. We find out that she can't get Ray to tell her he loves her. Now, I don't know if this has been something that has been going on in their marriage, or this some recent shit, but it's weird. Why he won't say it to her? I need backstory. Like, has this been going on? Is this some new shit? Either way, it's weird. It's odd. She says they're having problems in their marriage right about now. The age difference is really starting to become a problem. I think he's like 17 years older than her. At this point, bitch, I wouldn't even give a damn about this nigga telling me he loved me. He about to be dead anyway. You about to get that goddamn insurance money, bitch, and any other assets he got. So, girl, fuck Ray not telling you he love you. Have your side nigga tell you that he love you. So, Monique and Gizelle, of all people, meet up for lunch. And when I seen this shit come across my screen, I was looking like, what the fuck are they getting together for? Like, have pigs started flying? Y'all know I cannot stand church lady legs, Gizelle. So Gizelle claims that she's tired of fighting with Monique, but I feel like that's bullshit. I feel like she felt like that she probably had to do that this season because her hatred of Gizelle was getting on the viewers' nerves. But I don't take anything that Gizelle does with a grain of salt. Like, she's fake as hell to me. So they end up talking about Ashley being depressed and anxious. Ashley ass don't want to leave the house. She's scared that somebody gonna get that little alien looking baby of hers. That little baby is a clone of her husband. If I have never seen a baby that look more like a mini version of their daddy, it's weird. He looks like a little mini alien. He's cute, but he looks like a little alien from outer space, child. And she don't want nothing, no germs to get the baby, a tree to fall on. I'm like, girl, don't nobody want that baby but you. So they plan a little get together for Ashley or whatever. So Ashley, Monique, and Gizelle all feel like Candace owes Ashley an apology for how she treated Ashley last season. I feel like if Candace owes Ashley an apology, Ashley owes everybody else in the cast an apology for all the bullshit she stirred up for the first 3 seasons. It was just her season last year to get it. Was Candace doing the most? Absolutely, because it came out of left field, and Ashley, as far as I remember, hadn't even done anything to her for her to warrant her to go after her like that. But I mean, for me last season, Ashley was getting her just due because she fucked with people too goddamn much, even though I can't stand Candace either. So Gizelle feels that Candace doesn't own up to anything she does. And I was like, well, ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? I know you ain't roly-poly neck. Like, girl, get out of here. So Gizelle brings up Sharice being at Candace's party and that Candace invited her. And Monique was shocked by this because, you know, her and Monique and Candace are supposed to be working on their relationship right about now. They try to mend their friendship and everything. So she's wondering, like, why would she invite her if we trying to work on things? And like I said, I trust Candace as far as I can throw her ass. She's another miniature Gizelle. So we find out that Sharice has been spreading rumors about Monique. So the rumor is that Monique was messing around with her trainer and she was seen around town canoodling and snuggling up with him. And she said that it really affected her marriage. So I would be feeling some type of way too. Like, why would you invite somebody that said something so heinous about me that could have potentially fucked up my marriage? Now, did she do it? I don't know. I don't know that lady like that. I wouldn't be mad at her. Because a part of me, I don't know, it's just something about me just feel like Monique got with her husband because of who he was. She's just so pretty. I mean, I know that women like guys like him. He's just not my cup of tea, but I can see her easily cheating on him. I mean, but maybe she didn't. Who knows? But, so, where was I at? Gizelle questions when did Candace and Sharice become cool? And Monique is questioning this too. Now on Twitter, after the season premiere episode aired, all the ladies was on there going at each other. Candace put up a tweet saying that her and Sharice been cool, but we'll get to that in a minute about her and Candace being cool. Monique got at Gizelle for keep on calling her husband big boy. Girl, everybody was just arguing. It was a mess. So Candace and Wendy meet up together. And all I got to say about Candace is I'm tired of her wearing whatever weave her and her sister was trying to sell her first season. I'm sick of her wearing that shit in her head. It's fat. It's dry. It look like it swell every time she walk outside in the heat. I just hate her weave. I hate the color. I hate the style. I hate the texture. I hate everything about it. I hate her hair. Her and Gizelle, I don't know who do their hair, but I hate it 90% of the time. My thoughts on Wendy so far, I like her. I like her. She fits in with the group. She came right in, dived in. She didn't seem afraid. I like her so far. So we found out that Wendy just had her last baby. I don't know how many kids she has, but she has several. Candace, however, is still scared to have a baby because she wonders, is she prepared? Is she ready to be a mother? Can she mother? I feel like she needs to grow some more, but maybe a baby will help her to grow up and realize what's important in life, because she is the silliest actingest bitch I've ever seen on goddamn television. So she asked Wendy what she thought of everyone. Now this is her being messy. Wendy said she liked everybody, but she said that Karen, she felt like does the most. She said she's met Karen several times, and every time she sees Karen acts like she don't remember who the fuck she is now. On the season premiere episode, Karen was saying something about she's not impressed by Wendy. That's a bit much. Like, the lady has a lot of stats and attributes. I don't know if she was threatened by her. Is there some beef there that we don't know about, Wendy don't know about? I don't know, but that was doing the most. Like, just congratulate a bitch on being fly and being that bitch. So Candace tells her that Gizelle likes to haze newcomers, but it's nice when she get the knee. The fact that people think that you're nicer to people when you getting dick says a lot about you. It pretty much says you pathetic. Like, because the fact that you get D on the regular makes you be a nicer kind of person is weird. But okay, I can't really see Gizelle coming at Wendy though crazy or sideways, because Wendy looked like she'll put you in your place. So Karen and Candace are together when Candace gets the invite for Ashley's little dinner party, and Karen sees the BS coming from a mile away, because that's seasoned chicken. That ain't no Purdue. That's some Tyson chicken right there. So Candace says she wants a fresh start with Ashley. Once again, I don't believe shit she's saying. So Mo calls Ashley to make sure she's gonna come to the goddamn event. This bitch afraid to go outside all of a sudden. And you can tell Ashley going through it. We ain't never seen Ashley on this show with a goddamn bonnet on her head. I was like, oh, baby girl is really going through this whole little motherhood thing. So Monique tells Ashley that Candace is coming, and Ashley face is like, why the fuck y'all inviting that bitch to my shit? But okay, all right. But she herself wants an apology from her. So Juan meets up with Gizelle to talk about Robin, and they playing all this cryptic music in the back, like he really about to say some like crazy shit about her or their relationship. But he basically just tells Gizelle that he wants to propose to her and that he wants to get married to her after everything they've been through. And I guess Juan can get it. I think they gonna last, but I'm happy to see a family being able to come through and come back together after everything that they've gone through. So they talk about her dating Jamal again and how it's affecting her girls. And I'm with her girls. Like, Jamal Bryant he's one of my favorite pastors, but as far as him being an upstanding guy in the relationships, I've just heard too many horror stories about him and the things that he's done. Maybe he's a changed man by now, but I just feel like after everything that he did, having kids on that woman, cheating with the women in church, like, it's a bit much, Gizelle. Like, Gizelle just got desperate written all over her forehead, child. But if she like it, I love it. So Candace takes a pregnancy test. It came back negative. The reaction that I got from Chris was like, thank you, God, Jesus, I'm not having a baby by this silly bitch. He says, however, that he's ready to have a baby, and she wonders, can she be a mother to a child? We've already discussed that. I don't think she can, but maybe she can. So he brings up them not even having sex here lately, so he wasn't even concerned with her being pregnant. And she had this look on her face like, did this nigga really just say this shit on camera? And I was looking like, yes, he did. Like, he caught her totally off guard, put her on blast. But my thing is, how are y'all having conversations about having a child? What's going on with the situation with his other children? Like, does he even have a relationship with those children? We ain't heard nothing about that situation, I don't think, since her first season. What's going on with them kids? Get that situation together first before you try to bring another baby into the picture, because I ain't forgot. So it's the day of Ashley's dinner, and Gizelle Bryant shows up with that dry, crusty ass weave that looked like some goddamn tumbleweed. You could tell she had sprayed the shit out of it with some holding spray to get it to mold down into the weave, child. That weave was fat. You can tell she literally took her curling iron and curled her hair backwards and like fingered her hands through it. Don't nobody wear their hair like that no more. That hairstyle is so 2010. Then mama had the nerves to have on some green eyeshadow. It was heavy as fuck. It wasn't, she had dark green on the outer corner, light green on the inner crease of the eye. Then she had some brown lipstick, and at first she had the lip liner on, and it was like, I don't even know what was going on in the center, but it was just jarring. It was so harsh. I was like, where is she going with this makeup? Why did she do this to herself? Then she had on these earrings that looked like she got them from the beauty supply. They was some black, little crystally big ass earrings. Then she had on a purple sweater with sequin red lips on it, chunky bracelets, some skin tight Bermuda shorts, that looked like they was biking shorts, but they weren't. They were Bermuda shorts that were skin tight. She kept on having to pull them down with some fringed boots. Mama looked like she had escaped the insane asylum, like she was one of the Joker's girlfriends. She looked like one of them crazy old ladies that go play bingo. Gizelle looked a country ass mess. Not to mention that she looked a country ass mess on last week's episode when she had on that crystallized bodysuit that was so throwback. Her house is atrocious. Her fashion is atrocious. Her legs are atrocious. Her neck is atrocious. Everything is atrocious. Like, she just looked a mess. And talking about in her beginning opening line, she the baddest. Baddest word. Talking she the baddest thing walking. Where you walking to? Alleyway? Girl, get out of here. She looked a mess, baby. So Monique arrives, and Gizelle tells her that Ashley said that she heard that Candace made a huge effort to befriend Charisse after her and Monique had fell out. Now, at this point, I'm looking at Monique like, Monique, be smart, bitch. Why are you falling for this bullshit? Why are you falling for it? Even though I 100% believe everything that is being said about what Candace is doing is true. I 100% believe it. But look at who it's coming from. This is what Gizelle does every season. She's the shit starter. She's the bone collector. She started all of this shit. She started all this between Candace and Monique. So when they fight, she needs to be a part of the people that's blamed, because she set all of this shit in motion, running to Monique and telling her this, and that about Candace. Because as we can see, as the season is starting, she's anti-Candace in the beginning of this season. But you played a part in this whole fight too, because you started all of this shit. But I'm looking at Monique like, don't be no fool, bitch. Look at where the information is coming from. Just because y'all done buried the hatchet, so-called, don't still mean that this bitch ain't a snake. Like, I would take anything that Gizelle says seriously. Like, I would just be like, oh, okay, all right, thank you, girl. But I wouldn't have fell for the shit and just immediately went in on Candace, because as you can see, she turned her back on you as quickly as she could. So, girl, bye. So, Monique says, we've been talking about rebuilding our friendship, and it's been more so me rebuilding and her reaping the benefits. Uh, do I agree with that? I can't even give an answer on that because we haven't seen enough. So Monique in her confessional said, if we're friends and you're purposely befriending someone you know I have beef with, that's plotting and planning. Facts. So Ashley arrives. She looked a mess. She looked like she'd been in the house since she had that baby. I don't know where in the 80s Miami Vice she was going with them hot pink earrings and that lime green dress. She looked a mess. So the ladies arrive. Ashley invites the girls to her sip and see. Ashley, we find I gotta turn her booty hole, gotta have surgery. I was like, girl, don't nobody need to know all that. So then Candiace brings up her party, and Ashley was like, okay, yeah, how was it? You know, did everybody wear their diamonds and denims? By the way, Candiace looked a mess on last week's episode too with that dress on and them boots. Girl, these bitches in Maryland, I'm sorry, Maryland T-Squad people, I need to see more fashion pics from y'all, because from what I'm seeing, how y'all being represented on this damn show, y'all look a mess. So Ashley was like, yeah, how was? Because, you know, she wasn't invited, so she was low-key being funny. And Monique said, I was dodging a warthog talking about Sharice. When she called that bitch a warthog, I damn near died. So Candace said, I didn't know y'all had that much beef. And Monique was like, we'll talk later. Now, this is where I call bullshit with Candace because, like I said, Candace tweeted that her and Sharice been cool. So if you're cool with Sharice and you're cool with Monique, how do you not know that they beef is that deep? You're lying, bitch. You knew what you was doing. You are plotting on Monique. You wanted Sharice to do your dirty work, bitch. And you wanted to embarrass Monique. Girl, get out of here. I see right through you and that dry ass weave of yours. So, Monique started being funny back and say, did you go on your honeymoon yet? And she was like, no. She was like, well, you should have used that $22,000 that you spent on that party to go on the honeymoon. She was like, and use no condoms, so y'all can have a baby. I was like, Monique, I see you, bitch. Okay. So Wendy was like, y'all still using condoms? She was like, yeah, whatever. So then the condom subject comes up, and Wendy gonna ask Karen if she even still is having sex. Now Karen, now I see why Karen don't speak to your ass. Or no, now I see why Karen, when she sees you, acts like she don't remember who the fuck you was, bitch. Because if you've done what you did on tonight's episode to her in the past, I see why she don't fuck with you. Why the fuck would you ask that woman if she even still having sex? Girl, get out of here with that. So Gizelle brings up Candace and Ashley talking and needing to apologize, and Candace say, you know, I don't think it's appropriate to have it here, but that we meet up separately. And I agree, it wasn't the time, it wasn't the place. Ashley wonders why should she even try when she keeps on hearing that Candace has been talking about her back behind her back. I agree with that as well. Candace said, I'm not going to entertain you when you have an audience or whatever. She get hyped, she get mad. You could tell she's on the defense or whatever. Candace started to get loud. Her and Ashley going back and forth. Gizelle then butt in, and then we see, I think it was the edit, the way that they edited it, because it just came out of nowhere for her to get that mad. And we see Candace say to Gizelle to shut the fuck up and fuck all y'all. And I was like, well, where did that come from? You could tell it was edited. But they starting it off. They getting it started, bitch. I can tell you that much. They are starting it off. They are getting it started, these hoes. I can't stand Gizelle. I cannot stand Candace. Not her for either one of them raggedy bitches. Robin on the fence, but I really still don't like her ass. I'm team Monique all day, every day. Ashley not irking me as much as she used to. Love Karen. Hate them wigs. Wendy's alright with me all for right now, but we gonna see how everything plays out. But like I said, Gizelle got this whole thing started with Monique and Candace. So if you want to talk about how later on in the season after they fight, how Monique fighting her took the franchise down, well, bitch, you was a part of the problem, and I got more to say on that when it's time. But thank y'all for watching this review. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I will see you guys on the next review. Love ya. Bye.